we all know he had problems with people that move around the ring. He wants
Uh-huh.
people to stand in front of them, and he could pick them apart when you stand right there in front of him. But I plan on doing. I mean, I'm not gonna say the game plan, but I plan on doing a little bit of both. I don't
I got you.
plan on doing moving around. I don't plan on just standing in front. I plan on doing everything that it takes to win.
So Shakur Stevenson plans on using both tactics in the ring against Teofimo Lopez, not only using his movement and his footwork, but staying in the pocket, trading shot for shot like he did against William Cepeda against Teofimo Lopez. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, no, sir. Shakur Stevenson will be more than likely 70 to 80% of this fight sticking, moving, staying behind that jab, and using the footwork to not make it as exciting as a fight as we actually think it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm predicting right now that in this fight, Teofimo Lopez, with his godly gifts, with his reflexes, his athleticism that is out this world. You're talking about two-time lineal champion, two-division world champion. You could argue the fact that he should have been an undisputed world champion in the lightweight division with that fight with Lomachenko, everything that happened with the WBC franchise bout, and then that fight with Josh Taylor when he moved up to the junior welterweight division. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But we know for a fact Teofimo Lopez is a skilled fighter who has been in the ring with the more established, more experienced, bigger names. Now, Teofimo Lopez in this fight will be putting the pressure. I know for a fact it's going to be Teofimo Lopez inching forward, taking little steps with his left hand down like he always does. This might be a problem due to him being so athletic and having outstanding reflexes. Teofimo is a reflex fighter, okay? This is the type of guy that will inch at you, left hand down, right hand cocked, ready to counter you or ready to explode with a lead straight left hand. Boom, uppercut, boom, right hand, boom. Explosive, like Roy Jones Jr. Not the same fighters, but a reflex fighter just like that. And when I look at a fighter like Teofimo Lopez and I think to myself, how am I going to be able to beat this guy? Sticking and moving. The fight, part of it is going to be won in the foot battle. You know, Shakur Stevenson has amazing footwork, some of the best in the game, some of the highest IQ in the game when it comes to movement and distance. Shakur and Teofimo Lopez, recently in a couple fights, we've seen him have trouble with guys like Sandor Martin, Jermaine Ortiz. Some people argue Ortiz beat Teofimo Lopez, even though I don't think so. I think there has been a blueprint out there to be able to beat somebody like Teofimo Lopez. The question is, will Shakur Stevenson go through with it? Will he not get, carried away into a brawl, put himself up against the ropes, and allow Teofimo Lopez to do his work? Don't stay in the pocket, stay flat-footed at times, get lazy, because Teofimo Lopez is coming to the body. We all know that. He's going to be coming to the body with those explosive punches, great head movement, and lower body movement by just like Jones. But Tio, and I know it's going to be problematic for somebody like Shakur Stevenson, but in order to not let somebody land those type of shots, you've got to use that footwork. Now, the body is a lot easier to hit than the head. We know that for a fact. If you can't hit somebody in the head and they're continually moving, go to the body. I think if Teofimo Lopez wants to win this fight, he needs to establish that body work in the first 6 rounds. And don't get frustrated if you aren't able to connect on a fighter like Shakur Stevenson, because part of this is mental. And if you want to beat somebody like Shakur, you got to be able to keep your mental together. And if you can't, You know, we've seen fights with Teofimo Lopez start to get frustrated with Jermaine Ortiz, and he's like, come on. He's getting mad because Jermaine is moving too much. That is frustration. And that is the type of thing that could play bad when it comes to the fight. So Shakur Stevenson is going to try to use his footwork, try to use his movement, and get him frustrated. Throw some volume. Might try to make this a boring fight. And it's going to be up to Teofimo Lopez to do what he does. Let his hands go. Use his beautiful head movement. His athleticism. He's more athletic than a fighter like Shakur Stevenson. He got better head movement. He ducks under punches better, right? He's bobbing and weaving. Absolutely beautiful compared to Shakur Stevenson, who's a fighter who just backs up most of the time. Yes, he can move his head, but his distance control and his movement, his foot placement is superior. He figures out a way how to not have to use his head movement, but just get out of the way and continue to run. Boxing, but some people might call it run. At the end of the day, my friends, let me know what you guys think. How is Teofimo Lopez going to be able to beat a fighter like Shakur Stevenson? And how is Shakur Stevenson going to be able to beat a fighter like Teofimo Lopez? And is he being honest when he says he's going to do a little bit of both? I don't think so, man. I see this being a cat and mouse type of fight, as Teofimo Lopez will be the cat and Shakur Stevenson the mouse. Wow, man. Let me know what you guys think. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel, and